South Sudan, a nation rising to its feet. The day is dawning. The signing of the Comprehensive Peace Agreement brought an end to open war with the North and opens a wealth of possibilities for the people of Southern Sudan to work together to build up a country.
African man, African bantu. Now when it's clear, you an African man too. Woman too, Muna Chan too. You an African man, Jinani Bamboo.
Comprehensive Peace Agreement was signed in 9th January in the Kenyan capital, Nairobi, which ended the 22 year of this second part of the war, which started from 1983 to 2005. As a government, we were faced with the enormous task of rehabilitating and reconstructing the country from almost zero. We inherited a dilapidated infrastructure. We don't have roads. The level of education in Southern Sudan is very worrying because nearly 90% of the population are uneducated and 70% of the population are below the age of 15. In terms of agriculture, still there's significant work need to be done in that area of agriculture. We still continue to import most of our food stuff from the neighboring countries, particularly Kenya and Uganda.
The nation's wealth is in its people, in its land and natural resources, in its cattle. In Southern Sudan, many activities are centered around cattle keeping, but some are also recognized by the value of other forms of agriculture. Let's go and meet Martha, a wife and a mother, and grower of fruits and vegetables, a woman with a vision for agriculture, and a broker of peace in her own environment.
Anchal Martha Kajur. Runchen Nong Run Terwan Galware Kitten Data in good chairman. A chipia, the Chibet, where Takai roll. Someone where Takai Tangai Kajacha Gumareta. Kadun Chame Nagi. I takwate mrut kwina kwad makoba go jabo giti chimen mech mi da nya ira no manden chi chede di temen mika ka got ku nya da bola muero koi toro to da ni ne ban poi mako ku jodi nom chwal dun dong pe tiang ba ga jabo gito ji ke gut ka tim chen ga wara nya ya pin a che ka yep ka ka te de ban te de tai bi nya cha an ka ti yin ga ya man, ich hab erst. Men ki panda ban be ki jap jam na jala lu kede akiran be ku duara nen ka yere la fa re gudi to tin chen na ma non ko ye ban tu bi ka ban wa ko kiran ye ka wa yo
Let's also meet Paulino, who stays in the cattle camp. A strong young man with a passion for his cattle, committed to protect the wealth of society against every cost.
Ane chol dor, chol Paulino dor mo pai. Ane mana panya, ane kay siek, ane aparat. Rapo ane kay siek ane kete. Kwan kinmed. Ane nong tiro ubet. Ane ki rir run kangwan udi. Ke kater ai kater ki kalo ni yi un kwandit cause kana ai kila balu ka ki chako la abi ka mini yo ni chek kino chak o jal ka mini yo wa dit ki gono ben wa aba bi aja ben gono e kidie ki jalo kalan ka japi adaret yo nyane tinga jo nyar yana kilo ke mo indi kan ke kilo no ke ke londe non like what to ay ben bokulum ko kan bi ka rubela muk ken kana jango kien ga chinye ala ka jati abe ko waja muj ni jamu je ke kan ala ke ga tun la o don kien no lo ka chema man ga pi ko kok anong ben kurande kinwong ye yen dan akin dan na karo bagaro gol ke kranto we dan bi we go kon ga baga ti ke burana la berer kin dan
An animal is more than a goal to our people because they have been oriented, that is, the more you keep, the prestigious you are. Okay? And when the sickness come or disease come, or they all die in a thousand. That culture has to be fought.
South Sudan moved in less than a decade from war to peace to sovereignty. Fighting for the nation now needs to be turned into building up the nation. The mindset of relief and poverty has to change into a mindset of development.
Why by Tabata? Kebu bang na why kang yor no no an tem te korau lim te by pur ko ka kang real yor no adam an chir kan ka yuran julalu chal ku jularan do te denyon ka juro lo
My name is Magonga Nyuat. Hello and the poor culture.
Okay, Mike.
Okay, Mike. Okay, that's it. Oh, one chair. Man, I can go just yak. For an uncle, a coin.
How?
4 by Pandit and Uncle Conyago, Pukan and Uncle Coin Town by. A coin, a coina. A kitchen for column. And it's a bay chop knock. Good to Manang Daman, Najuka, so Kajala, so Daman win, Kiki, Lua, Chen Basiok, he didn't Basiok at way.
My name is Elizabeth Inakot. I go to adult primary school. I'm in class 4. And I'm the team. Ogaki can come, me right.
Eke chuk chiru aro ilana de with a big boot with the man when I walked it in a core. Neither I don't baby run into Danga Pena or go to Dow Pay and show and one will go room with that along the go along the book at him.
Before the war, there was no conflict, and just after the CPA, these agro-pastoralists, those who grow crops, had a conflict with those who rear cattle. Because the cattle are now being left to graze without being taken care of. They are just roaming, they are kept as ruminant animals. From that, they go into farms, they eat crops of various types, vegetables, cereals, what. From that, the conflict just arose.
Tanga dere tan you could see a man a woodka, go una yedetan, or I go put a guy up with the la guy hop. He does. Anna Turka, but you know Turka, quite can have an right. Quite she born man and papa, you were totten when the good night you born man. A dura board bait, quite she right. Kadana told you Jen Banahan. You could do it fun a woodcan. Wounded one. We ain't got a ten banner. I've been become banner, could not jam in a neck. Good old can come and uncontrolled, but I learned where to go and I like a bell, I did to two because my dream. So could I care it out of it? Ah, father, we are an uncle, I took it to death with the bed. What?
Are those my goats? Are those hers?
The man could be addicted to the low you and cook a yard and knocked and by talking anything. Oh, quite probably look like that might be because quite big eye on your talk. Like a uncle and I book a kay and a rock. The man take a law and go all of it.
Cattle keeping has always been a defining activity in Dinka community, and it is bringing many good things. Cows are a source of livelihood, providing economic security, and undergird the social relationships, including marriages.
Kene ka mach, ayen ka tik tiak. Bayan bi jamani dia the meat. Kin mo. Ay ka ba cham, ay ra kurwetya. Ako ibe muk. Nanong kichiben, ale ay we bruj. Min ka pa da oil lai kalat. Ka pia den.
I would suggest the government introduce a system of taxing them, at least £5 per cow. And we build a reservoir so that, like where I come from the north, they move to Nuer area, and there's always that ethnical group. It has to be directly done. Now we build a reservoir, and we tax the animal, £5 per animal, per month, until you get tired. And the system has to be introduced. A system have got no mercy. A law does not back you. The law is enforced. That thing is going to come. Change them from that prestigious thing and bring them to a commercial and economical viable system as an independent country. We have to establish a system that is for the benefit of all, and they have to accept it.
A sovereign nation like Southern Sudan does not have to depend on relief any longer. People need to be prepared to work for themselves. In fact, one thing I would like to hear from our government officials is that freedom means work. And as an organization, that is basically what we are trying to impart in people, is that the time for relief is gone.
The government has embarked on a program in which agriculture has been given priority. We imported 3,000 tractors from India, and we've distributed them, and people are undergoing training now in order to stabilize the food security in the area.
The small-scale farmers, first of all, will be trained such that they have their self-reliance in terms of food. Let us avail ourselves, living, fighting, and we gear towards food security.
Paulina and his friends are invited by Mother to share a meal together. He is leaving his cows for a while to learn more about farming and enjoy the fruit of it.
Ai, to ba yo, mi ar po, an chan po mi at, mi rin choro ma sa.
A future of abundance is on the horizon, when cattle keepers and farmers are respecting and supporting each other, when all people work together in harmony to enjoy life together. Both cattle keepers and farmers need peace in order to be happy. Peace means the cattle are free to graze without their owners fearing for their safety. Peace also means that farmers are free to plant and harvest crops without fear of roaming animals and without fear of disruption of activities by other conflicts. From a conflict, nobody will gain. They need to leave room for each other to prosper. Paulino and his friends have seen the goodness of having a garden and learnt about the development that farming can bring.
Sudan jadi wakai kobia.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God.
Open your eyes, tell me what you see.